Okay, opportunities just ahead. So I'm presenting before you Prime X perpetual token. So before you continue, I want to get something very straight. When you talk about initial coin offering, is the blockchain version of initial public offering. So what you should be concerned when the VCs, the venture capitalists, and these guys who have the money, the angel investors and whatsoever, invest in a platform or want to invest in a platform, they don't think about the short time. Okay, I can just put in $1 million and get $4 million in when they go on public. No, they invest based on value. So put that at the back of your mind. So before we analyze this project, let me play the video about this project to you.
Hello and welcome to the NASDAQ market site in Times Square. I'm Jane King, and with me today, John Gilbert, the CEO and co-founder of Prime X Perpetual, and also Teresa Schwark, a director of the company as well. So welcome. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you, Jane.
So you're in a hot space, blockchain technology. You're using this in the real estate industry. So why don't you take it from there? John, tell me about the company, what it is you do, and then we'll move forward from there.
Sure. Thank you so much for having us. We appreciate coming on today. So Prime X Perpetual is built by career real estate developers, home builders, home sellers, realtors, and mortgage lenders in Europe and North America, and specifically in Panama, which is where our target market is.
So I hope you can pay attention to what this guy is saying.
Is built by career real estate developers, home builders, home sellers, realtors, and
home builders.
Thank you so much for having us. We appreciate coming on today. So Prime X Perpetual is built by career real estate developers, home builders, home sellers, realtors, and
home builders, wholesalers,
mortgage lenders
in
Europe and North America, and specifically in Panama, which is where our target market is. So what we've done is
Europe, Asia, Panama.
But it's more than that, because we've tokenized the real estate ecosystem, so our home buyers can make their mortgage payments in our PEX tokens.
So you can hear that they've tokenized the real estate business. You'll see what can be done with that.
So we see in 10 years, as this matures and the space matures, the ecosystem will be worth.
So you've heard this guy say 10 years. So what you are considering now, if you want to invest in this platform, is the value. If you are not if you are in to make a profit, just quick profit, I don't think this platform is for you.
Worth many times more than the underlying collateral itself. So we think the real value play is in 10 years. That's why we're building and testing our ecosystem today.
Okay. So Teresa, tell me about the PEX tokens. I mean, how does this work? I mean, this really streamlines the process from start to finish, right? The home buying experience. Kind of walk me through it.
Yeah, so the whole idea is that we've been doing real estate development in Panama for the past 11 years, building hundreds of houses, but the main...
So when you want to invest in a platform, you have to study everything. Like if you ask me, what is the best place to learn about an ICO? The best place to learn about an ICO is not Reddit. Reddit is a place to get information on the latest things that are actually going on, the latest opportunities, or to get information that could help you validate if an ICO is worth investing in, like in terms of maybe scams or the rest of them, because you have a community and people have access to different knowledge. So there are some things you may not be able to know because now the system is not regulated. So a lot of people may be pitching something and saying they want to run an ICO. Why you should go to Reddit is there's the power of the crowd. Someone might be able to point your attention and see and be able to reference you to something on a website or a link or something that happened in the past, or a kind of something that is fishy that can help you to make a very good decision. So take Reddit as a place for information and go beyond Reddit. So this is a company that has a working model and has been in business for 11 years.
For the past 11 years, building hundreds of houses. That we've been doing real estate development in Panama for the past 11 years, building hundreds of houses. But the main issue has been to get people, the banks, to finance our clients. So with the PEX token, we're building the real estate.
So for 11 years now, they are still complaining that the main issue there is to get the banks to finance the project. Why blockchain is very essential is this year they've been able to raise over $30 billion. With the blockchain, if you want to build real estate, it means that in Florida or wherever city you are, you can have, let's say, you can invest into 100 houses with your $10,000. So it means that each house you have like $100 stake of it. So what happens is we tokenize everything. Like we put these things in fraction, that anybody can actually invest. That is what's going to happen in the upcoming years, and there will be an innovation.
Selling the real estate, financing the real estate for our clients, and also we have a buyback option. So after 2 years, if you want to move back to the States, because we mostly cater to expats, we offer that option as well. So we just make it a lot easier for the buyer to be able to move to Panama and live an expat lifestyle, but not have to deal with all the hurdles that are faced.
Interesting. Well, I was going to ask who your main clients were. So expats, mostly Americans that are living there. Okay, so let's say I want to move to Panama and I want to buy a home there and I want to use your company. Where do I even start? How do I begin?
So if you were wanting to purchase a home with us, we have completely streamlined the process of purchasing a home. So we're not worried about income verifications and we're not worried about credit scores, but we do verify assets. So you would pay 25% down, and in exchange for that, you get a modern American-style, European-style home.
Can you hear that? So the customers are the wealthy Americans who come to Panama and stay. So with 25%, you make a down payment and you can get a very good house.
25% down, is that U.S. dollars? Or?
Yeah, US dollars or US dollars equivalent.
Okay.
So we would accept Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Waves tokens, and also our own PEX tokens.
Got it. Okay. And then from that point on, you just kind of help through the whole process, closing, and you make the payments and everything?
Yeah, you make the payments. You can make your payments in US dollars or euros or the British pound, but we incentivize our home buyers to make their mortgage payments in PEX tokens. So we give them an interest rate discount, and that creates a beautiful organic demand.
So what happens is there's kind of incentive program. So when you actually buy the tokens and you purchase you purchase these tokens or the coins to actually purchase this house, you get some leverage. So that automatically forces the demand for the coin. So
for our PEX tokens inside of our own ecosystem. So while we have a 30 million token supply, our small ecosystem test of only 125 houses equals a 400,000 monthly token demand organically inside of our ecosystem. And that's unlike any of the other.
Can you hear that?
Ecosystem test of only 125 houses and for our PEX tokens inside of our own ecosystem. So while we have a 30 million token supply,
30 million token supply,
our small ecosystem test of only 125 houses equals a 400,000 monthly token demand organically inside of our ecosystem. And that's unlike any of the other ICOs that are on the market today.
Wow, it's really mind-blowing. It's revolutionary. So, and of course, I've got 2 kids, so I think tokens Chuck E. Cheese, but this is, like a whole different world. And then how do you know, how does somebody trust that these are actually going to be sound financial instruments for them?
We've created an organic demand inside of our own ecosystem. So when you purchase a PEX token, if you're our home buyer and you purchased a home from us and you want to make your monthly payments in PEX, you don't get those from us. You go onto an open exchange and purchase your PEX tokens. So that is an organic demand for our PEX tokens where it's truly being used inside of an ecosystem.
So organic demand, what's that?
That we're building, and that creates a natural demand over time as more and more homes get entered into our mortgage service.
Okay. And Teresa, I mean, talk to me a little bit about like the future of the company. Like, where do you see this headed? I mean, could this be global someday, or?
Yeah, so this is the first ICO we're launching. So seeing as we've already done real estate development before, but we've always gone like for more traditional funding. Mm-hmm. So this is the first time we're trying this cryptocurrency idea. And this is the idea behind this is that this will be our proof of concept. We want to build 100 homes using this idea, but in the future to expand it to a much
They want to build 100 homes.
Larger level in Panama and maybe in other countries around Panama too.
So you have the PEX token, which is used in your own ecosystem, but then you're also fundraising from investors with an ICO.
That's correct.
Correct. Okay. So where can somebody find out more if they're interested in learning more about the company or if they're interested in investing in the ICO?
Sure. You can check us out anytime at primex.com. That's prime-ex.com. Our white paper's there, our terms and conditions there. Who can participate in our ICO and how they can participate, it's all there on our website. And they can reach out by email and one of our associates will reach out.
Okay, thank you so much for coming in and explaining this new technology. It's fascinating. I think it's revolutionary. I think it's going to change how we do finance globally. So thank you so much for explaining that to us, John and Teresa, for joining us today from Prime X Perpetual. And I'm Jane King at the NASDAQ market.
So, all this makes the Prime X ecosystem, from property selection to construction to maintenance, then to payment, the means of payment in the system, everything that has to do with the system. This part is part of it. Now, what happens is the synergy of three pillars will result in these three pillars result in larger profits than the traditional industry experience. 80% of our profits will be distributed to PEX token holders. You can for the yearly profit, you can actually know what was the best decision to actually make, and it's a personal decision. Let me bring an update to you before we end this video. Now, I covered UTROS, and UTROS just launched less than 2 days. And UTROS, how much it was selling for? Almost, you can see it almost now 30 cents. And this was something that was selling for 6 cents, almost 6 cents, almost to 7 cents. Now, is the price going to increase and increasing and keep increasing? No, it's not going to keep increasing. It should not be increasing and increasing. But if this thing is of value, it does not matter if the price falls. There will still be a demand for the product. We are talking about value. So approach this project with the same mindset. This is the ICOs. The token to be distributed. Approach this platform. You have seen it on NASDAQ. You can go through the white paper. Guys, I wish you a very, very good one. If there's any ICO you want me to cover, reach to me and I will gladly do that. Do have a good day.